Hey everybody, Jiggy Time Gal, and welcome back to another video. I thought since Mother's Day is approaching, it would be fitting to make something special for your mom. So today we're going to make a flower arrangement. Take a little bucket from the Dollar Tree, one of those galvanized little oblong looking buckets, and make a bouquet of artificial flowers in it, and put a solar lamp in it, a solar light, and I seen this cute little butterfly that was in the garden section of the Dollar Tree, and we could paint it to match the flowers. Maybe we might be able to take this little pinwheel off of it to actually get to it to paint it without getting the paint on the pinwheel, and then put it back on when we're done painting. And we're going to dress up the tin so that it's not just a tin. We're going to use some fabric vinyl that I got from Amazon to do that. And I got some pansies, and I got some little flowers that have some little butterflies on them, and things, and we're going to dress it up real pretty. The color scheme I went for was some light blues, some light purples, some light pinks, and some white. That's the color scheme that we're going to go for. Most of the stuff I got from the Dollar Tree, and the paints I got from Walmart. The acrylic paints we're going to use to paint the butterfly, and some odds and ends stuff. So, if this is what you're interested in, you can just keep watching, and we'll show you how to make this all, and we'll put it down on the desktop, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your flowers. I got these from the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to be using this specific bouquet of flowers, but I just wanted to show you how to do this because I already have mine already cut apart and ready to go. But you're going to want to take the tag, and you're going to want to remove the tag. Like so. Then you're going to want to take the greenery and push them all the way up to the flower buds. And spread it out a little bit. Then you're going to want to cut as long as you possibly can down to the bottom here. You're going to want to cut the flowers as long as you can, because you can always cut shorter, but you cannot cut longer. So you want to make them as long as possible to start with, because you can always change it later. And you want to dispose of the pick end. And then you want to take your flowers and gather them up and separate them according to color or flower type that they are, because sometimes bundles have different types of flowers on them. They're not all the same flower. Or group them how you want to group them, so that way you lay them all out in an area and you see what you have to work with. Once you have that all done, you're going to collect your other stuff. So we have a solar light here. This was from the Dollar Tree. It was $1.25. And you're also going to remove the tag on this. Don't pull out the little tag here to activate it yet until after you give it to somebody, to your mother, because you don't want to have the battery running and stuff before it's ready to do. So it is a solar lamp, a solar light. The pick on the bottom, the little thing to dab it into the ground, we're not going to need. We're just going to be placing this into the foam in the middle of the flowers when we're done. So you can use this for another project, or you can just dispose of it. But we're not going to be using the stake. Then you're going to need 2 of these. This is the dry floral foam, and it is a 4-piece, 1.5 inch by 2.6 inch by 3.3 inch, or 38 millimeters by 66 millimeters by 83 millimeters. It's 4 pieces, and you're going to need 2 of these, and these are $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Then you're going to need a bucket. This is $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. It's a galvanized tin bucket. Now, if you don't want to use this bucket and you want to go with something smaller, you want to go with a pot, or you want to go with a clay pot, plastic pot, or something else, you can go ahead and certainly use something else if you want to do a smaller one, or if you want to do something larger, then you're going to have to gauge. You'll need more or less flowers, and you'll need more or less floral foam. But this is what we're using today, is this galvanized tin. And don't worry about this lettering. This is going to all be covered up, and you won't have to worry about that. If you do like the galvanized look and you like the lettering, then you won't do the step that we're going to do where we cover it up. You also can paint it instead if you want to paint this, but we're going to be covering it up with some vinyl, some fabric vinyl that I got off of Amazon. This is what we're going to be using to cover it up. You're also going to need one of these. This is at the Dollar Tree. It's in the garden section. It is a craft windmill pick. And they have other ones. They have ladybugs. They have frogs. They have snails. They have other things that you can use. So if you don't want to use a butterfly, you can use something else. But some of my picks have butterflies on them, so I decided to go with the butterfly. You're also going to need some double-sided adhesive sticky tape. You can use it in a runner like this, or you can use the kind that you peel back. You're going to need scissors, a marker. You need some cutters to cut your flower fixed part. I was using a scissors a minute ago because I didn't know where this was offhand. You're going to need some of those. And you're going to need some acrylic paints that match the colors of your flowers to paint your butterfly sign with, your little windmill. Now I'm also going to, after the paint dries, I'm going to apply some Mod Podge Sparkle to the butterfly to make it shimmer and sparkle. But this is an added step. You don't need to add this if you don't want to, but I'm going to do it. This you can get at Walmart. You can get it online. It's like $6-7 for a bottle of this, and it's 8 fluid ounces. I can get it straight on here. There we go. Okay. You're going to take your floral foam. You're going to tear it apart, and you're going to stick it into your pan so that it all fits in there nice and snug so that it won't fall out. You don't want it to fall out. Put it in there nice and snug. All the spots do not need to be filled because you're not going to be sticking flower picks in each of these little holes. These little holes here are fine. You can have them. If you want to fill them up, that's fine and make it all solid, but it's not necessary. And just make sure it's in there nice and tight so that it doesn't fall out. Once you do that, you're going to move on to decorating the tin. Now these sheets here are, what are they? They're 11 3/4 by 8. 11 3/4 by 8. I got these off of Amazon. Can't remember how much they were for sure. I think they were like $15-17 for like a pack of 50, and they had all different kinds of designs, but they never had any repeats of them, which was kind of a downer because if you don't have enough of it to go around for your project, then you got to start doing what we're going to do, which is mixing and matching. So I got these two that seem pretty similar in color and texture and glitter. So we're going to put it around the front and the back. For the most part, it'll go around. but the sides are not going to be covered. So we're going to put this other stuff on the sides, but you're not going to see the sides too much anyways. And most of the focal point's going to be on your flowers and your butterfly anyways, and the solar light. So that's that. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take your double-sided sticky tape and you're going to run a bead of it across the top of your galvanized lid to the sides a little bit. You're going to take this and line this up in the center along the edge and push down on it. And you're going to flip it over. You're going to take your marker and you're going to mark a line where the base of the tin lines up, and then rotate it on the side a little bit to go around the edge of the tin. And you do that on both sides. You roll the tin to get along the edge. Once you have that, this should cut this perfectly in half, and you pull it off, and there you have your line, your cut line. You're going to cut this in half on the line. This should cut it perfectly in half, and you should get two sides for your both your front and your back. Okay? Now you're going to go back to your double-sided sticky tape. You're going to run your double-sided sticky tape lines across it like this, and you're going to run in a bead all the way down. Don't go all the way to the edges though, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the side and we're going to fold it underneath this, so this is going to overlap this on the sides. So don't go all the way to the edges. You don't want to tack it all the way down, because then you won't be able to overlap it. After you get your double-sided sticky tape all on your side, you're going to take your vinyl and you take the flat side that you did not cut, the side that was already cut when you ordered it. You're going to line it up along the edge and press it down. Press it in the middle and press it down. You don't want any wrinkles. And press it down. There you go. And you flip it over. And you do the same thing on the other side. Run your double-sided sticky tape. You don't want to use hot glue on this, because the hot glue will just dry too quick because it's metal, and it'll just bead up and it'll leave textures and bumpies and all kinds of stuff, and it just won't look right. Again, take your vinyl, line it up, lay it down, smooth it out. There you go. And as you'll see, on the sides, it doesn't match up. There's just a little tiny piece on either side that it didn't line up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take this other piece. We're going to look at it. We're going to see that we need a little strip about yay wide. So we're going to cut a little strip about yay wide all the way down. Line it up here. Flip it over. I'm going to mark it. Take the other side. Do the same thing. Line it up. Mark it. and cut. Okay. Now, since you didn't tack these down all the way, you're going to pull them back a little bit. You're going to apply your double-sided sticky tape. Put extra this time because this is a rounded surface. You're going to take your piece, line it up in here. Put it in. Then you're going to take the double-sided sticky tape again, and you're going to put it on the vinyl this time. And you're going to tack it down. You're going to take an X-Acto blade, and you see this little piece here that's hanging over? You're going to cut it. Do the same on the other side. Oops. A little string. That's okay. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And again, cut it away. There we go. Now your bucket's decorated. And see, it doesn't make that too much of a difference. on the sides. There's your bucket. Bucket right there, off to the side. Now we're going to get on to the butterfly. Let's see if this pinwheel can come off. No, it's not going to come off. It's glued on there pretty good. No, it's not coming off. We're going to have to paint around it. Painting the butterfly white, and then these little slash marks here, different colors, and paint the face of the butterfly black with maybe like blue eyes. I think that would be pretty. Okay, flower arranging is an art form. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want to make it. Comes naturally to some people, and some people really have to work at it. It's something that comes natural to me. Um, some people have troubles with color scheming. Some people have problems with placement of flowers. Some people just don't like to do it at all. I enjoy doing it. I'm good with color scheming. I'm good with flower placement. You want to do like your tall flowers toward the back, your shorter flowers in the front, and you want to have them arranged so that they look pleasing to the eye. Um, I have no rhyme or reason really. I just kind of place them in and make them look nice and pleasing to the eye. Um, there's certain accents I put in and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting flowers in. You can arrange the type of flowers any way you want. The types of flowers you use is completely up to you. The color scheme is completely up to you. The addings, the things that you put in is completely up to you. You can do anything from sunflowers to pansies to carnations to roses to anything you want. It's completely up to you. You can gear it toward what your mother likes, flowers that she likes. You can do a butterfly garden. You can do pollinator garden. You can do anything your little heart desires. So don't let what I'm doing specifically be what you do. You do you. I picked out these flowers because my mom likes purple, pinks, and blues, and the white is like an accent. And I picked out flowers because some of these have like little butterflies on them, which I thought was really cute. Um, this in here has a white flower with a purple blue butterfly. And then we have some that have a pink butterfly. Um, then they had some pieces like this on them as well, which I thought would be really pretty. Have like a spray. And then I went with some pansies. Some pretty pansies. If we open them up a little bit, you can see pansy. And here's a pinker yellowish pansy. That was pretty. Then we got some grandelias. And some have these little like shoots coming out of them. That was pretty. And I'm not quite sure what these are, but they were pretty. Some pinks and some whites. And we're just going to go ahead and start plugging at it. Like I said, cut them long. That way you can always cut them down short if you need to. And we're just going to go ahead and start arranging. I'm going to set some time lapse to this and some music like I did with the butterfly, painting it. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. Now, if you want, you can put hot glue on the ends to make it more permanent. This is going to be an inside-outside thing, so if you wanted to make sure that they didn't fly away or fall out, you can put hot glue on the stems and then poke them down into the foam. But I'm not going to do that because I'm just not going to do that. Okay, now we're going to set this to the side. We're going to come back here and we're going to put Mod Podge Sparkle on our butterfly. This is dry. You just put a generous coat on. Right over the top. I'm not going to put it on the body of the butterfly, just the wings. And I'm going to put Mod Podge Sparkle on the fan blades as well. Now this Mod Podge will dry clear, and just leave the sparkle behind. We'll let that dry. And with your extra flowers you have left, you can save it for another project or whatever. We had a few flowers left over. You save it for another project. Whatever. There's a little spot that is missing a flower. I see a little hole. There we go. Check the project out. Make sure there's no holes, no gaps. You can add greenery to it if you want. Fluff it. Make sure none of the flowers are all crimped over and stuff. And we'll be back as soon as that Mod Podge dries, and we'll put the butterfly windmill in and the solar lamp, and we'll be done. So I'll be back in a minute. And now my fiance had mentioned to me putting some lace on this planter box, and I thought that was a really cool idea. So I went in my stash and got some of this glittery, can't really tell it's glittery, but this glittery lace that I had in my stash. And we're going to put this on the tin. We're going to put it around the top edge. So we're going to run it around and measure out what we need. overlap it slightly. Cut off what you need. Then run your double-sided sticky tape along the top. And then here your lace. Just like so. I think that added a nice touch.
Good.
Thank you for the idea, honey.
You're welcome.
I think that added a nice touch. Okay, let's put the solar light in. Take the stake out. I'm going to put it right in the middle. No, actually, we're going to put it over to the side a little bit. I'm going to put our butterfly stake over to the side over here a little bit. And, like so. So. Maybe we need it. Let's see. Let's put this solar light over a little bit further. There we go. That looks better. There you go, people. There it is. It's done. There is your artificial flower arrangement for Mother's Day for your mom. I think it looks beautiful. My pod still isn't completely dry yet, but it'll dry. So thank you all for stopping by and viewing my channel for today, my video. It's been a pleasure crafting with you today. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And hug your kid today, or your kids. Kids are a blessing. They're a pain in the butt sometimes, but they are a blessing. So everybody have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you on the flip side.